Hey y'all, welcome to the Beam Season 4 interviews. We are here with the winner of the Latin charts today, Auggie Velarde. Auggie, it's so great to have you here.
Hey,
We kind of,
yeah.
like I said, go through things pretty organically and just
Mhm.
kind of chat about your life as an artist, and kind of go in and out of what made you want to be an artist, the kind of struggles of maybe being an artist, and what led you to the Beam, and kind of how you're going to go forward in this industry and in life and all of that. So I just wanted to kind of touch on first your life up to this point. Has it always been music? When did you start making music? When did you start resonating with music? Just a little bit about your story and how music and becoming an artist plays into that.
Yeah. So music has always been part of my life.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Since I was a child. My parents, they are not musicians. They love music though. They have always kind of played music for me as growing up, and even when I was like in the womb, right? Like my mom would always
Yeah.
play her favorite songs. Also one of my, I guess, fondest memories growing up, like as a very young kid, it was going on road trips with my parents. I'm an only child, so it was just me and my parents,
Okay.
traveling and just listening to their collection of records. Like because they would collect like CDs, and we would listen in the car, and just the whole drive. And there was like long drives. It was just listen to all this music, and they would show me and tell me about these artists that they liked. And I think that was very foundational for me because it went from me just absorbing all of that and seeing how much my parents loved it.
Yeah.
Um, so that's always been a very important part of my life. There was also another instance where when the iPod came out, like the first time, uh,
Yeah.
I remember my dad, uh, like it had not just come out, it had come out, but I think like a couple months had passed, and my dad's coworker had already this big library, like online library, in their iTunes.
Yeah.
And he told my dad, like, if you get an iPod, I can totally give all this music to you. And my dad was like, oh, that's super cool. So he got one, and he came home and he pretty much gave it to me. He's like, oh, I have this new device. It's got all this music. Why don't you play around with it? And with a
Yeah.
pair of headphones. And I spent years of my life going through that like 3,000 or so like song library.
Yeah.
And there was a way to rate, if you give 0 to 5 stars or like 1 to 5 stars to each song.
Wow.
And I started doing that just from numbers, because it was like from numbers to Z.
Yeah.
Just went through every song on the library. And luckily it was very well organized. Like it had all
Yeah.
the artist names, it had the album names. I went from actually just enjoying music but not knowing too much about it to
Hmm.
really kind of knowing, oh, this artist does this is the name, and I could see
Right.
the name and I could really kind of just study it. Because I got to Daft Punk. I got to the D,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
like, "What is this?" Because before, also the music my parents listened to was very like, traditional. It was either like Latin music, traditional Latin music, or
Right.
um, it was a mix, rock stuff like that, very organic music. But when I got to Daft Punk, that blew my mind. I hadn't heard too much like that. It was like
Yeah.
these robot voices, electronic music, and that like just
Yeah.
blew me away. And I think that was a very, very definitive point for me, because I wanted to like, I was like, what are these, like aliens, robots? How are robots singing? What is this? I
Yes.
was so completely like confused. So I started researching about it, like looking
Yeah.
online as a kid, as I was growing up, until I stumbled upon programs that help
Yeah.
you make music, vocoders, what those are, things like that. And that was an ongoing thing that just grew until like I guess where I am today, where I just kept making music. Um, and yeah, I do
No.
that now all the time now. Like I create music. I started as a producer, then I started doing vocals,
Right.
and it all just grew. Mhm.
Yeah. I can see you're in your little you got a
I
nice
am, yeah. I'm in
um
my home studio right now. You can't see too much, I think. I don't know how cut off it is for you. It's probably the same for me. It's like you just see the back here, but yeah, it's
yeah.
got some other. I have a guitar over there, acoustic panels. I have some synths over here. You can't really see on the side.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I have a couple instruments and
A
stuff.
whole setup.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's sweet. Is that where are you spending a lot of time there? Are you doing music kind
yeah,
of full time producing for other people, or how's
yeah. So I do. I've been full-time working on music for the past, like, I guess it's been 5 years now, which
Mhm.
it's been
Wow,
very
that's really
rewarding.
awesome. Good for you. I mean,
Yeah, thank you,
congrats
thank you.
because obviously
It's
people
hard.
but
It's tough. I
it's
left
has to get
my job just because I was feeling like I wanted to do this so badly for so long, and I was doing music, but, like, on the side, like, as a something that I enjoy doing and publish and
right,
just putting stuff out there and trying to work, but I kept wanting to, do more, and I felt like I could if I just had the time.
right,
So
right.
yeah, one day I was just like, "All right,
I'm gonna
like,
make this
I'm just gonna
happen.
take that leap," and I do recommend, anyone who has a passion, who hasn't tried to do it, whether, wherever that takes you in life, that's part of the journey, but
Yeah.
definitely give it a try at some point.
Totally. No,
Mhm.
that's a great message. I mean, good for you for making it full time, especially because, um, like you said, you were an only child and everything, and you just immediately were always interacting with music. It seems like whether
Yeah.
you weren't just listening to it in a way that a lot of people listening, you were always kind of intrigued and all of that. Especially
Yes.
because I saw that you were a first generation.
Mhm.
Um,
I am.
immigrant from a
Peru.
family,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
mean, that's just great, super impressive, and, yeah, aspirational. You seem very inspiring, so
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
you.
that. Yeah, my
Yeah,
family's from Peru. My parents came when I was like, say 5, 6,
yeah,
and yeah, I grew up a lot on like Latin music, and when I first started making music, it was very like electronic hip hop, just because like stuff
mhm,
that I would hear on the radio and
right,
online and my friends. But then I started tapping into my culture as well, and just like
mhm,
what I grew up on, and I started singing because I do also sing rap in English. So
mhm,
actually started doing vocals in English. Then I started doing Spanish because I was like, oh, I wanna also, see if I can tap into the other language that I know.
yeah,
And I mean, nowadays I do fuse them. I do Spanglish, I do Spanish, I do English. Mhm.
you're just well-rounded, it seems like in all aspects. I mean,
Thank you.
that's really awesome. So, obviously, when you've been loving music forever, when did you kind of
Mhm.
flip a switch to pursuing and being more hands-on? And you said 5 years ago you wanted
Yeah.
to make it full-time, but
Yeah.
kind of when was the switch earlier on to be like,
Mhm.
"I'm gonna do this," and, um, kind of shoot for where you are now?
Yeah. So I think I would say kind of around when I was in high school. I started DJing for a lot of friends and, like, parties and things like that,
Mhm.
and I friends would kinda go to me to be, like, the source of music,
Right.
and a lot of times I would get, like, compliments like, "Oh, I haven't heard this song," and, like, "Oh, oh, this is great," and I started mixing also, like, DJing just for fun, and I think it went from something that I just enjoyed doing to something that I thought, like, "Oh, wow, I may have a talent for this," because at first, I would just make music, and I wouldn't really share it too much. It would just be on my computer, and, I was just wanting to get better. A lot of times when you're building something, when you're creating, the biggest critic is gonna be yourself. So you're gonna always think I was thinking like,
Totally.
"Oh, this is so bad." And, like, just like, I wouldn't show this to anyone. Like, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get better. It's fine." After that time where I just started kinda, when you're DJing, you're kinda also learning it, and my friends knew I was kinda learning how to do that, and, like, supporting me, which is great. And you're playing other people's music a lot of times. I wasn't playing my own music. So, it's a lot more kinda helped me to, let go of that, feeling that, like, okay, it's kind of embarrassing to play my stuff, or, like, to
Yeah.
show my, I guess, maybe talents, or, like, what I
Right.
like. And then from there, actually, I remember during that time, I also just started posting on SoundCloud. I was like, "Whatever, I'm just gonna post it." I wasn't sharing it with, like, many people that
Yeah.
I knew. I was just posting it to see, people
Just
that I
taking
don't know,
a
whatever.
step. Like,
Exactly. What do they think, if anything? Or maybe no one listens, it's fine.
totally.
Um, and, I just started posting, and little by little, like, I would get some people who would comment, or say like, "Oh, this is nice," or like, and I was like, "Wow, this is amazing." It's like a huge boost. It's like one like, and I was like, "Amazing," you know?
Yeah. It's just like
Yeah.
taking that next step, I mean,
Yeah.
gets you somewhere, I mean, and you just keep taking those steps until you hit the point where you're like, okay, now I have to
Mhm.
take this leap to do it full time and all of that. I mean, there are obviously a ton of challenges. What are some of those challenges that you've kind of been facing up to 5 years ago, and then since you've started to make this full time? And where does something like the Beam kind of fit into that? Where you're like,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to explore this new realm and put myself out there, like we were just saying about SoundCloud and just taking that step forward. You have to put yourself out there in different ways and just spread yourself
Mhm.
everywhere, put your eggs in all the different baskets. Um, where does the Beam come into
Mhm.
these?
Yeah.
What challenges have you faced, and
Right, right.
has the Beam kind of helped in that way?
Yeah, so, yeah, one of the main challenges that I think is definitely not unique to me, it's just something that a lot of independent artists and musicians face, is the whole, like, finding a way to actually sustain your career, actually find
Totally.
a way to fund it. It's very difficult. I've been doing this full time, but at the same time, there's been, like, on and offs where I've had to take in, like, freelance work, like contract work, stuff like that, like, it's unrelated to help out with being able to still sustain this. Um, it's like I feel like I also am lucky that I mean, not everyone has had the opportunity to maybe, like, go further in school. Like, I went to college, and so I studied, like, computer science, so I did, like, development work. So I'm able to tap into that.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
able to tap into that, which, like, I feel like I'm very lucky there because that helps me a lot to be able to do these kind of things. I feel like with
Yeah.
other artists sometimes, um, it's harder for them to tap into something like some skill or something that they studied where you can, kind of do that and help you sustain this.
Yeah.
So I have been able to have that privilege. I'm very lucky and grateful for that. And still though, regardless, it's still very difficult to try to do music full time.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the Beam, I remember I'm always searching for opportunities on
Yeah.
the vast, world that there is online.
In the zeitgeist.
Yes, exactly. And so actually it was something if I remember correctly, I think someone from the Beam actually emailed me.
Okay.
Like I got an email or it was a promotional email.
Yeah.
It was possibly also because like when I'm in the online, I'm just like signing up to like so many things, like
Yeah.
newsletters and things related to that, just absorb so many opportunities. And yeah, I got some I saw somewhere, I don't know if it was an email
Yeah.
or like some newsletter or something, the Beam, what it was, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, that's super interesting. I would love to, put my music there and see how it does," and the prizes and everything, it's like, it sounded amazing.
Yeah.
So, I remember I just kinda did that. I just
Yeah.
gave it a shot, and connected with, folks from the team, like Andrew, and, and then, yeah, you guys as well, of course. And so, yeah, it's been amazing. It's an amazing ride. It's been
Yeah.
incredible, incredible help. There's been so many times where I've been like, "Oh my god, I'm not sure like how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to take time off,
Yeah.
from the music to like I was doing before as well, like to be able to find a way to live and
Yeah,
eat
to
and stuff."
that makes
Um,
sense.
and yeah, the Beam has like saved the day. Like
Yeah.
100% the Beams has saved the day for me to like promote my music, for me to find ways to, stay afloat and promote my music as well and
Yeah.
distribute it and do everything. So yeah,
'Cause no matter where
extremely thankful.
it's where that money and, the opportunities, like, no matter where it's going,
Mhm.
in the grand scheme of things, if you're working to be, to build your artist career, then it's going towards your artistry and your music no
Yeah.
matter what in some way.
Mhm.
So, I mean, yeah, that's, I mean, a great answer, especially if you can't even remember exactly where you heard of it or saw it, because, like, that means the Beam is also doing what you're doing. You're spreading yourself out. You're
Yeah.
trying to put your eggs in multiple baskets, because that's kind of, I think, what gets you places, is being like, I'm going to put myself out there repeatedly over and over and over just so that I can finally, until something hits. And then you just take these small wins, and it totally gets you somewhere. I think that's um like great, honestly, advice for artists.
Mhm.
Everything you're saying, like, it's super relatable, I'm sure, and all of that. So going off of that, I guess, is, are you making new music constantly? Are you kind of flip flopping from a release schedule?
Mhm.
how does that all look? And within that right now, are you planning what you'll be submitting for season 5 of The Beam, or do you just kind of, like, feel it out when it's time to submit it and be like, "I have this song that feels right now," that kinda thing?
Yeah, great question because I do have a song that I definitely recently finished that I know I will be submitting for the
Nice.
next one. So
We'll be
yeah,
looking
it's
out for it.
yeah. So about my process, I'm always creating. Um, I'm always making just what I'm feeling,
Mhm.
and whenever I do have the time, I give myself spaces of time to create. Whenever I do have those blocks of time
Yeah,
throughout the day and throughout the week, I try to let go of a strict, like, I have to finish this specific thing. I have to do this, and this.
yeah,
Although I will say I do keep somewhat of track and a schedule of what I'm working on. I'm
right.
not completely go off and I have 200 tracks pending, you know? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do keep track of it, but at the same time, I like to be flexible with it. And
yeah,
so with that said, I bounce on and off on what I'm creating, and I'm constantly like right now, for example, I have a see over there you can't really see it, but over there I have a whiteboard with that's separated into three parts. That's like recording ideas, mixing and pending, and then mastering and release.
got it.
So I have I so I know for sure right now there's like 12 tracks pending for release, for
Wow,
example, and then I have it's like double the amount of, like, that I'm recording. So, yeah,
that's
so from
impressive.
there thank you. So from there, I just take on and move it, similar to, there's this thing called Kanban board. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's like
I don't think so.
yeah, so it comes from Japanese, way of working. It's, used a lot in development, like in software and stuff,
Yeah,
where you have these Post-it notes and you move from to, like, things you have to do to pending or, like, something you're working on,
yeah.
and then once you're done, you move this like the sticky note to
Wow.
done, right? It's similar to just having a to-do list, but I, I've noticed that with
Yeah,
doing like when you're working on stuff like that, when code and stuff like that, it's very helpful. So I
yeah,
use it on music. So I've applied that to music, and
yeah,
it
you're
keeps you
combining
very
your analytical
productive. It
mind
keeps
and
you
your
productive.
creative mind.
Yeah, it keeps you productive and able to keep track of so many things that you're working on at the same time. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's really awesome. So, do you think you have the one in mind that you're gonna be submitting
yeah,
for season 5,
mhm,
so we'll be looking out for that, but tell us a little bit about your song that won you the Latin charts of season 4 and,
yeah,
the process of making it, and a little bit about the lyrics and what you kind of go for, wanting people to feel, basically,
yeah.
comes to
So
making music.
mhm. So the song that won is named Valora, and that means to value someone.
Okay.
And yeah, the song came about because I feel like I was reflecting on a prior relationship that I had. It's kind of like a romantic slash kind of like post romantic song where
Yeah.
like you went through a relationship and you're maybe realizing how maybe the mistakes that you might have made or
Mhm,
maybe you realize you didn't value um, the experiences you had as much as you
mhm,
should have. It could be applied to any kind of situation though. It doesn't have to be romantic, where
mhm,
you had maybe a friend, and maybe the friendship, for some reason, whatever it is not as close as it used to be. And reflecting back, you feel kind of guilty because it's not only on them. Oh, obviously, it takes two to tango, but at the same time, it could have been on you. Like you might have been very busy and you didn't value some opportunities that they gave you
mhm.
to, give back to them.
Yeah.
So the song is about valuing people, valuing someone. In the particular song, there's like it's kind of like a story. It's about someone talking to a friend, and they're saying how they're helping them view the mistakes that they've made in terms of like the relationship. Like maybe you didn't notice this, but like ignored the person here and
Wow.
there. You didn't treat him as well here and
Yeah.
there. Obviously, all in a very reggaeton. It's a reggaeton song, so it's like
Yeah.
very
No,
reggaeton kind of beats.
it's such a good vibe, but, I mean,
yeah,
now that you're telling me more about the story, it's so interesting because the
yeah,
song is such a good feel, but it has so much depth to it clearly, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
really
So
impressive.
yeah, so it's like from the story point is from a friend who's like a third party viewing a relationship that's going wrong and telling
Mhm.
the other friend, I mean, it might not be too late, but it kind of probably is, and you
Mhm.
messed up. And he's showing him the parts where he messed up,
Yeah.
and how the other partner, they honestly, even though I'm your friend, I feel like it's better for them and for both of you to just let go at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome. I mean, you can totally feel it even if you don't understand the lyrics, like, you can feel that depth to it, 100%. So
Yeah.
it's really impressive, and, I'm a fan 100%. So,
Thank you. That's awesome to hear. Yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, I like with my music, I like to definitely get inspired from things that I've experienced or ideas that, come about from stories that I hear from other people.
right.
And I definitely want to do that in my songwriting and put it into my music. I do have every now and then, like, I'm just like, whatever, I want to make a banger and just talk
Yeah.
about like dancing in the club.
That's the point
And
of it
that is,
all, like,
yeah.
just to do whatever you're
Hmm.
you're feeling. I
And
mean,
yeah,
that's what you're
exactly.
getting people to
So
feel.
there's nothing wrong with either approach. But I also very much enjoy just being vulnerable and talking about
Yeah,
like connecting with people through songwriting. Sometimes you could just connect with a banger and just like enjoy music.
yeah,
So yeah, I like to tap into both.
that's awesome. I mean, we definitely feel it, and we hope to kind of get more of it going on, especially when it comes to the beam. To wrap it up,
Hmm.
what are your future goals when it comes to being an artist, and how does the beam kind of play into that, do you think?
Yeah. So right now, what I'm focusing the most on and is building a community, building something that can, a world that my music's not just like you listen to my music, but actually
Right.
like in this a sonic world, aesthetic world, something that really connects with people so that they can feel a connection to my project and identify it as well.
Mhm.
So that is my goal. I'm trying to work towards that, creating something that really resonates with others, and that is true to me as at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Because whatever for this, and this goes for any creator, whatever you're making, first of all, you should make something that's true to yourself.
Mhm.
And we are all unique, but at the same time, we all share so many experiences, so many things in life
Totally.
that connects us with people, even if we don't know, which is there's so many things. So
Yeah.
if you just put it out there, and maybe if you are somewhat, if you know how to like find those people or target that,
Mhm.
you can actually find those people, and they
Totally.
can help them find you. And that's how you can create a very deep connection with folks and that can connect to your music. So I'm trying to look for ways to do that. It's definitely
Yeah.
hard, but the Beam has helped a lot when it comes to, putting my music out there. The prizes are incredible. So
Yeah.
I'm extremely thankful and grateful for everything the Beam does. And
Yeah.
that helps my project take it to the next level to be able to reach that goal.
Yeah. That's really awesome. I mean, we feel it. You're clearly super connected to yourself, your artistry, and, on the other side of it, you're hardworking and, you're very rational thinker, and I think all of that is kind of combining to make this perfect time bomb to explode you towards whatever you're
Like, yeah.
wherever you're kinda trying to go, and we feel it. I mean, you're super passionate and well-spoken and, like I said, in touch with yourself, so we can't wait to keep watching you and listening to, um, everything you have to say and sing and rap about, and
Yeah.
we're all here for it, so we'll be looking out for that on season 5 of The Beam. I liked the little teaser. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
what it sounds like, and, I know we're all super excited and really rooting for you. So, with that being said, is there any other last thing you wanna kind of put out there to the people who have voted for you on The Beam, just kind of people who have been following your journey and yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say, first of all, thank you to anyone that has, heard my music, has said hi or supported me in any way, whether that's, as small as just a like or a vote or anything, or further actually connecting with me or, anything. I just, if anyone spent any time on my project,
Mhm.
just like listening or giving it some thought, I appreciate that so much. I feel like it's incredible to be able to connect with so many people at whatever different level just by me spending time here in the space, putting something out there. And then I really don't know. Sometimes people just reach out to me and say like, "Oh, I heard this, so many times, and I really like this." And also, this what you were sharing about my song, how you said you were enjoying it and felt like you know, what I was saying was had that deep meaning to it, which is
Totally.
really cool. Because yeah, I always appreciate hearing what others think, just because it's really interesting to see how others interpret it. So
Mhm.
yeah, as an artist, I just want to say I'm extremely thankful to anyone who listens to my project and has supported me in the past. And yeah, other thing I would want to say is for any other artists that are beginning their journey, it's definitely not like a smooth ride, and don't expect it to be,
Mhm.
because I think part of the experience is, if you think about it, something that has a lot of rewards, whether that's an like emotional, just feeling fulfilled, or monetary, right? Whatever it
Mhm.
is. Like, for example, being a doctor, there's like weed out classes. Being an engineer, there's like weed out classes that like
Mhm.
make it really hard on purpose. It's like these things are difficult. Being an artist is difficult. If you are really, really passionate about this and you really, really love it, you need to go through those struggles. it's
Mhm.
it's part of the experience. Once you get past those struggles, you can definitely, no one can take that away from you, because you are 100% on the path. Like, I feel
Totally.
like the first struggle, the first two, or one or two struggles, maybe an artist can go through, and that they're over it. That's totally fine too,
Mhm.
because it just maybe wasn't meant for them. It's.
Right.
But I think the people who stick through it because of the love of the music, of the art, um, then yeah, definitely, it definitely is a roller coaster, but
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it. Is the journey's beauty of trying to
Totally.
make music. Mhm.
Yeah, I love that, and I feel like you're living that out, and,
Yeah.
that's really awesome. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you a ton, and I know that people are gonna keep listening, tuning in, voting for you, and we'll be rooting you on from here on out. So everyone needs to go vote for Augie on, season
Uh,
5 of The Beam, and, look out for everything Augie Velarde on season 5 of The Beam.